Good morning. Happy Sunday, part two. I have not watched this video. It's a Delete Laws video where Chillie apparently goes over the oral arguments. He posted this on June 10th. The decision was made on June 8th. Why he would be going over the oral arguments, I don't know. I really don't know. But, I mean, you can just read the decision. Like, whatever was said at oral arguments, none of that matters. Whatever legal arguments they were making. What matters are the legal arguments that the Supreme Court adopted in its decision. You would think a constitutional scholar would be aware of that. But I just wanted to respond basically to the premise of this, at least from his title. I'm not going to watch an hour-long video of Chillie being Chillie. So I just noticed what is that, McDonald's cup and Deepwood's off or something? I don't know. I'm not going to judge a man for having Deepwood's off. I consider Deepwood's off to be my cologne of choice. Anyway, the issue here that he says is Border Patrol agents have absolute immunity from prosecution. And that's wrong on so many levels. First of all, prosecution would imply a criminal action. And there is nothing in Egbert v. Boule that suggests a Border Patrol agent would be immune from prosecution in a criminal action. The basic idea of Egbert v. Boule is that Boule operated a inn on the border where he apparently frequently smuggled in and out illegals. People would go there and then cross into Canada or cross from Canada into the U.S. and stay there. I'm not entirely certain of why that's relevant, but some people like background on it. And apparently, Boule also liked to tell the Border Patrol about things that were happening, about people who were coming and going. So he was a snitch. Anyway, a Border Patrol agent, he told the Border Patrol agent that somebody was coming in, that they were going to unlawfully enter Canada or something like that. And the Border Patrol agent was like, oh, that sounds awesome. And he went to the inn that Boule operated, and he was a mean person and did mean things. He took Boule out of, I think he pushed Boule up against the car and pushed him onto the ground. Didn't injure him, but violated his Fourth Amendment rights, and in addition violated his First Amendment rights. So Boule did a couple things, like he sought relief under the Federal Tort Claims Act, which does not provide relief for violations of constitutional rights. So you can't sue for a violation of your constitutional rights under the Federal Tort Claims Act. And so he did not prevail when he sought relief under the Federal Tort Claims Act. The administrative portion rejected it because under the Federal Tort Claims Act, basically, like, if you get injured in California because of the negligence of a federal employee, like if federal employees driving a government vehicle in the course of their employment, they're actually like they're driving for the purpose of the federal government's work, right? They're doing this on the job, and they're driving this government vehicle, and they negligently get into a car accident with you. Well, then, since it's in California, in my hypothetical, then California laws would apply. You jump through some administrative hoops with the Federal Tort Claims Act. If the administrative review says no, then you could sue in federal court. You sue the United States for that negligence of their employee who was operating a motor vehicle negligently in the course of their employment. Well, you can also sue specifically law enforcement agents, and Border Patrol agents fall into that category, for things like assault and battery, for certain intentional torts. Most government employees, most federal employees you can't sue for that under the Federal Tort Claims Act, but for law enforcement officers, you can sue for battery. The problem is that it would use California laws for battery, and so your entitlement suing under the Federal Tort Claims Act would be limited to your damages for the battery, right? So if you're not injured, then you're not going to get a whole lot in damages. And, punitive damages are capped at like 10 times, somewhere around 10 times what your other damages, your special and general damages are. So you have to actually have like damages. You have to actually be injured, like physically injured by the battery in order to really be able to recover from it with any, you know, with any realistic amount of money. So the Federal Tort Claims Act is not precluded by this particular lawsuit. They're not dealing with that because Boule tried that and it didn't work. It didn't work, and so what he did is he filed a lawsuit under Bivens. Bivens versus, what was it, 6 unnamed federal law enforcement agents or something along those lines. Anyway, a Bivens lawsuit is where you sue for a violation of constitutional rights. Federal tort claims, you can't sue for violation of constitutional rights. Bivens, you can. Now, it's really hard to win in a Bivens action. Just starting out, it's hard to win. The Supreme Court has called it a disfavored remedy. And what that means is they look at it very narrowly, and they don't want to allow you to be able to sue under it. The rationale is that if Congress wants you to be able to sue a Border Patrol agent for a violation of your constitutional rights, then Congress can enact a law that would give you that right to recover. So that's the whole rationale of this. So what Egbert v. Boule is all about is whether or not you can sue a Border Patrol agent for a violation of your constitutional rights. And the Supreme Court says no, because there's this other administrative remedy that's available, and it might not be the best thing, but that's all that Congress has provided for it. And that's enough. That's enough. So you can't sue under Bivens. It's specifically under Bivens. So the constitutional scholar guy should know that. I don't know if he talks about it in his video, but this Egbert v. Boule does not grant Border Patrol agents absolute immunity from prosecution or from lawsuit. It doesn't. So anyway, that's all I got for you on this. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.